everybody, Netizens here again, and today I'm going to show you the video that you probably have all been waiting for, and that is city-states. The way you found a city-state is you build a town hall. That's all you got to do. And as you recall from the last video, you can build structures by going into your backpack. So I've selected the backpack and then I've right-clicked on it, or you can open your inventory and click on it there. Either way, doesn't matter. And then you click on the build structure, and then it's going to be this first one here, town hall. Now it says it requires a structure camp, so we're going to have to build a camp first. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just build a camp. This time, let's do, again, I guess we'll do the Egyptian theme again because we're in the desert. And we will name the camp bar, yeah, sure, bar. I'm not very creative, guys. And this pops up again. This has some fill dirt. Looks like about 1800. So I'm gonna put the hammer in, and I'm gonna cheat again and give myself this super dirt block, so that I don't have to go get all that dirt. And then we will have a camp. And normally what you'd do is you'd play with the camp for a day or two, maybe. You know, you get a sifter out, and then you'd start getting materials and coins that way. But now, when we want to build a city-state, we can do that by just building a town hall. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to build a town hall. Let's build one. Oh shit, cannibals. Ah! I forgot. Let me give myself God mode. Yeah, there you go. Bye, cannibal. Alright. So, let's do that. By the way, those mobs are going to be completely different, so you don't have to worry about cannibals anymore. But I do at the moment. So let's go. We can do the default town hall because it's got the template set up correctly now. So that builds there. It's going to ask us, okay, what do you want to call your city-state? Let's just call it Thebes. And then it will ask us for the hammer chest now. And now this one is going to require a few more hammers. So it requires about another 1,000 dirt blocks, and this one requires 64 hammers. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself the hammers again, and I'm also going to give myself super dirt. I'm going to fill up with super dirt and hammers, and then the city-state is founded, and the structure is building. So now if I do res info, it's going to tell me, yeah, look, my city-state down here is Thebes. And eventually I'll add that information to the backpack like we discussed last time. So this one takes a little bit longer to build than the camp because it's got more blocks, but it's building at the same speed. So now that the town hall is finished, we've got all of our familiar stuff in the town hall. Let's see, if we hit one of these, we actually have those messages pop up. I'm still trying to figure out a way to make them not get stuck in blocks and stuff, but it might not actually come to. Might not actually be able to fix that, but we'll see. So the first thing that's kind of different about city-states is how you research technology. So there is a new special chest in here, and this is the technology chest. And this is pretty cool. So when you open this up, this is the chest that allows players to research technology. So you no longer have to use a command to do it. So here's all the different technologies and how much they cost. And if you click on one of these, it'll open up a new inventory and tell you how many beakers it requires. So I'm going to give myself some beakers, and we'll test this out. So I'm just going to give myself a whole ton of beakers, at least enough to research one technology. So that's... And obviously the amount of beakers for these technologies, they're still underbalancing. So we haven't quite decided how much it's going to cost for agriculture. These are all using the old numbers still, but still got to get enough beakers. Should have enough. I should have plenty now. So now when you provide beakers to a technology, let's say you provide only 64, and that's not quite enough to agriculture. it'll it'll do a town-wide or city-state-wide announcement that says, you've contributed 64 beakers to agriculture. When you open it back up, it says, no, look, now there's less than 500 required. Now it's only 436. And if you decided to switch and do something else, you could do like religion. You can add 64 beakers there, and now you're researching religion. Now this is actually a interesting change because it means two things. One, you can research multiple technologies at the same time. Whatever you put your beakers to is whatever you put your beakers to. It doesn't matter. The second thing is that anybody in the Civ can contribute their beakers to research. All they've got to do is come to this chest, open it up, add beakers here, and they've contributed beakers to research. So if 3 players in the Civ really want agriculture, but you're that one guy that really wants religion, you don't have to make a decision. All of you can work on whatever you want. Like, you can work on religion while everybody else works on agriculture. It's completely up to you. So let's go ahead and give it all the beakers it would ever want for agriculture. And we've definitely given it way too many beakers. So when we close this chest, we're going to see that we've researched agriculture. And another cool thing that I've added is that whoever does the last bit of beakers actually gets the credit for it globally. So that's just like a little bit of a bragging thing. And all those extra beakers got put back into our inventory, so we didn't waste any. And now you can see it's replaced with the next tech, which is hunting, and that's 1,000. We can go ahead and finish religion as well. Yay, you got religion. And all those beakers should be back in my inventory again. I think they are. Yeah, well, that took quite a bit more beakers. So now that the technology is researched, we can open our backpack, and you can see, oh look, there's the farm, and here's a monument. So that came from religion. So we can build those now. So that's researching technology in the city-state. The next best thing is going to be the way you claim land. That's also no longer typing commands. Now, when you go outside and you reach point, oh, there it is, purchase using backpack. So this will flash up anytime you reach a point where you enter the wilderness and are on the edge, and that this chunk is eligible to be added to the town, or added to the city-state. So to do that, you just right-click on the backpack, and then you click Claim Plot. Oh, but I don't have enough coins. I'm going to give myself a bazillion coins just to play. And then boom, and now I've claimed the plot. So now when I walk back into this plot, it's no longer going to flash because it's actually part of the town, and it's actually going to say entering plot and the owner of that plot. And when you leave that plot, it's going to tell you, okay, now you're entering an unowned, like, common plot. So that's another thing that's changed, is when you purchase plots, they actually become yours. And also that anybody in the town can purchase and expand the town's slots, because all it takes is being a member of the city-state and having the coins. So you can come out here and claim land. So when you add a new member to your Civ, after the initial invite, you don't really need to baby them. They can instantly start claiming land and setting up their plots. They can immediately start contributing to beakers or doing whatever. They'll have their own camp that they can use. And that's how, if you toggle the map, and you can see that, oh yeah, see those 3 green T's? Those are all my owned plots. The next, or the last thing, is just a small little visual thing, but I think it adds to kind of like the helping out new players and helping them get around. So this purple stuff is our culture borders, and you can go across the culture borders and see, okay, I'm leaving the culture. You don't really need an explanation when once you've crossed it once, you realize what this purple thing is. And as our culture expands in your town, this border will go further and further out. So you know exactly where somebody's culture's borders are. You're not going to accidentally run into them anymore. You can definitely see them, and you can definitely see like how far out you have control. You can definitely see whether or not this trade goodie is or isn't currently in your culture. It's just going to be like, it's just going to be one of those small things that's going to just reduce the amount of frustration that new players have, or even just veteran players having to deal with, like, okay, is this in my culture? I don't know, maybe I'll test it, or, you know, or relying on the dynamic map to trying to figure that kind of stuff out. So anyway, that's city-states. At least what I've got for city-states so far. There's going to be a lot more, but for now, that's what we've got. So I'll see you in the next video.